Welcome to yoga. There's a yoga that is offered for as we enter Holy Week. It's offered as a practice and perhaps gives tools to help us find stillness, both physically and externally, as well as internally, as we quiet the mind, preparing for the stillness, slowing down for Holy Week. I invite you to take what works for you and leave the rest. This is a practice that is inspired by Yin Yoga. It's not only Yin Yoga. So we'll have a little bit of movement, and then we'll have times of poses that we are going to stay in for a longer period of time. In those poses, feel free to let go. They're designed to be passive. They're designed also to let the body's weight and gravity do the work. So I invite you to come to a comfortable position, comfortable seated posture, whether that's in a chair or on a mat or the floor or a towel. And you might want to have a strap or a belt or a towel close to you. You might also want to make sure that there isn't something bright on above you, because we'll be lying on the floor prone for a while for parts of the asana. So I invite you to bring your attention to the breath, perhaps close the eyes. This practice is inspired by the Psalm 46, verse 10. And the Lord said, "Be still and know that I am God." Perhaps you can be aware of your breathing, inhaling, feeling the coolness in the nostrils, feeling the chest expand, maybe soft warmth as you exhale. Breath fills the lungs on the next inhale. Feel the expansion and let the diaphragm sink as the belly feels the whole breath, releases and relaxes the belly. On the next inhale, bring the breath all the way into the chest, into the belly. Maybe let the belly protrude outward. And as you exhale, pull the belly button in, maybe up toward the diaphragm. See if you can come to an inhale and exhale in a count, in a rhythm, in a cadence. Perhaps an inhale of 4. And hold the breath for just a moment, and then an exhale of 4. See if you can hold the breath out for a moment or two. Notice what it's like to breathe. In yoga, we use the breath to still the mind. The definition of yoga is the quieting of the fluctuations or the patterns of thought. You might open your eyes and start to bring movement in sync with this breath. So as we inhale, I invite you to bring the arms out, maybe feel an external rotation in the shoulders, palms up, even the shoulders blades come together. And as you exhale, return to the starting position. Inhale, bring the arms up a little higher this time. Exhale, arms come back down. overhead. And as you exhale here, bring the palms to your back. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Inhale, pat yourself on the back. You are doing a great job. Inhale, lifting the arms up. And bring the hands together as you exhale, bringing the hands down in front of the heart. Take a moment to bring to mind an intention for this practice. I offer the intention of stillness, knowing the stillness of God is with us, knowing that God comforts us. As God says, be still and know that I am God. But whatever intention comes to you, feel free to follow that. Take what practice you can do, feels good for your body, and let go of the rest. Do a little bit of warm up, stretching the neck. So I invite you to bring the left ear toward the left shoulder. Bring the left arm up, bring it on the right side of the head for a little bit extra weight. And maybe when you inhale, bring the other arm out. Either walk it out toward the right or maybe turn the palm over, whatever gives you a good neck stretch. And stay here for several breaths, maybe 6 breaths. Then release. Letting go. Your head where it is, bring your hand around to the other side of your face. And on the inhale, gently use your hand to help your head come back to straight up and down. Take a moment to notice how your right side of your neck feels. And as you exhale, bring the right ear toward the right shoulder. Bring the right arm on top of the head with the face. Find a position that's comfortable for you. And as you inhale, bring your left arm out, either walking it out, turning the palm over. Maybe it feels good to slightly turn the head toward the floor. Bring the head where it is, bring the hand around to the other side of your head, and as you inhale, bring your head back to center. Take a moment, just notice the effects of the stretch. Warm up, lubricate the hips. Come to position with your knees bent, your feet on the mat, knees a little bit further away. You rock your knees back and forth, kind of like windshield wipers. Take our right ankle and put it on our left knee. Continue the rocking. come to a stillness, pulling that your knee into the chest, feeling the stretch in your hip. If this bothers your knee, go ahead and flex your foot. And after about 3 breaths, bring both legs up, coming into our boat pose. You can exhale, pulling the belly in. This is a good workout for our belly, for our core. If you'd like, you can just bring your hands together underneath your legs and just kind of hang out here like you're floating on an inner tube. Or if you'd like more engagement here, go ahead and come into a full boat. Or maybe you want to bring your one foot down, maybe the legs out, whatever works for you, breathing. When you're ready, go ahead and bring your right foot down, your left ankle on your right knee, rocking back and forth. And go ahead and do the same thing on this side. Putting your right knee in. And be still. And know that I am God. And from here, we bring our feet down. We open up. Let the hips come up. Feel the stretch in your neck. And back down. As we come back, we'll come into a position that's called deer. So we're going to bend our right knee, and then our left knee is bent, and put it in the underneath of the arch of your right foot. Maybe you want to use your right hand to lean back, or maybe you want to come up more up, straight up and down. We'll lift our left arm, opening this up, doing that stretch. And then we're going to twist, either turning by still standing, still sitting I should say, and looking over that right shoulder, or we can come to our elbows and come to rest here. So go ahead and pick one of those poses, either the seated or a variation on one of them. Have a bit of a twist here as you lean back. See if you can simply let everything just rest. Maybe you have a pillow you can use for a cushion. And we'll stay there for about 3 minutes. So find a position that's going to be comfortable for you for that time and stay in that pose. See if you can release and relax, letting go. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still be here for another 3 breaths. You can keep that cadence of a 4, 1, 4, 2, or 3. You can increase the suspension of the breath out after the exhale. Slowly start to bring yourself out of this pose, bringing your body toward the front, your legs up, and we're going to simply let them come down the other way. You might do that a couple of times, moving back and forth. Noticing how that feels. And then come back here, lifting your right arm up, feeling a stretch. And then turning, doing the same twist. Turning and looking over the left shoulder. And again, you might do one thing on this side that you didn't do on the other side. Just pay attention to your body and listen to your body. So, again, the possibilities are twisting while you're sitting up, or twisting and coming down onto your elbows, and staying here, again, for 3 minutes. See if you can let the body release, let go of whatever is no longer serving you. Tending to the breath. Using the breath to still the mind, quiet the thoughts. Be still and know that I am God, says the Lord. When the mind wanders, simply return to the breath and to the verse. Be still and know that I am God. Just 3 more breaths. And slowly start to make your way back, forward. And here, bring your legs back, forward. Maybe let your knees be bent slightly. Just stay here in the stillness. If it feels better to have your legs long, feel free to do that. going to roll over and come up into a tabletop with our hips over our knees and our hands underneath our shoulders. I want you to just exhale, coming into a child pose. Inhale, come up into tabletop. Exhale into child pose. Stay here for a breath or two. Then we'll come forward. Perhaps some of you might want to come into a plank or come down into your knees, plank on your knees. Breathing here, engaging the core. You might even come into an elbow plank or a forearm plank. Sometimes we call this a dolphin pose. So we're going to slowly make our way to the floor. I want you to bend your elbows and bring them close to the body, not out, but close to the body. And let your hands come right underneath the balls of your shoulders. Let yourself simply release into this. We'll do some good work for the back, so this is going to strengthen the back. So as you exhale, pull that belly in and keep the abdominal muscles contracted. That will protect the back. As you inhale, using the back muscles, lift the chest. It's not about the arms, it's about the back. And exhale, coming back down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, back down. We'll do this 4 more times. I invite you to use the breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Release. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. And this time as we come up, I invite you to stay here, lifted up, engaging the work, engaging the muscles in the back, continuing to attend to the breath. With each inhale, so you can lift a little higher. And on the last inhale, go ahead and bring your arms behind you. Press the palms up and lift the legs. And come back down. Letting the palms come to the lower part of your back or to the sides. This is a move also for the back. So we'll inhale. As we inhale, we're going to lift the right leg and bring the left arm forward. And you can bring the left arm either to the back or to the forehead, or you can bring it long. And as you exhale, you're going to return to the starting position and then put your left cheek on the mat. On the next inhale, you lift the left leg and the right arm, and exhale, coming down with the right cheek on the mat. Inhale, going to the first side again. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Do one more round of that. Then I invite you to bring both arms and both legs. Perhaps the palms come down by your hips. If you'd like more intense work, bring the hands forward like Superman or Superwoman. And on the next exhale, go ahead and let everything come down to the floor. Let everything release for a moment. And then come up onto your elbows. And let the weight of the body be lifted up on the elbows. I invite you to let go of every of your release and relax your legs and your glutes. And let yourself simply release into this. We'll be here for about 3 minutes. If it doesn't feel good in your body, go ahead and come back down. Or come into child pose. Once again, I invite you to attend to the breath. As we release into this posture, this is a Sphinx pose. We're letting the fascia that's in the lower back get a good release. It's not really stretching, it's getting engaged. Sometimes the fascia gets kind of sticky, and this helps break up that stickiness. Notice how the body responds differently, the back feels differently with each inhale and exhale. Just 3 more breaths here. On the next exhale, go ahead and come down. Let yourself release here just for a moment. Notice the sensation in the back and in the rest of the body. And then we'll slowly, gently push ourselves back up into an all-4 posture, the tabletop. And slowly exhale, bringing our elbows down, letting our upper body come down, and then push our hips back. And as you get your hips toward your heels, go ahead and rotate your hips, rotate your pelvis back, as if you were going to tuck in your tail. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, keeping the back flat. And as you come down, tuck that tail. Feeling the stretch come into the lower back, down here. And do one more movement of this. And then exhale. We'll come and we'll stay here for about a minute. you need to bring your knees wide, feel free to do that. Keeping the knees close together actually engages the digestive system. Two more breaths here. On the next inhale, lift up, coming into our tabletop. And as you exhale, tip the toes and lift up into a down dog. Inhale, come back into tabletop. And exhale, lift back up into down dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. And one more. Inhale, tabletop. And then exhale, down dog. You let this down dog be a little bit of movement, maybe moving the knees this way and that way, letting the neck relax and release. Find a stillness here. We'll just be here for maybe 3 breaths. And slowly walk your feet or your hands so that they meet in the middle. Let your knees be slightly bent. If you let your hands come to the floor, that's great. Otherwise, you can put your hands in your elbows to create a little more weight. This is called dangle, forward fold. We're going to stay in this dangle pose for 3 minutes. Letting yourself hang and release. Be still and know that I am God. See if you can let go of anything that you don't need to stay in the posture. Softening your jaws, relaxing your face, maybe even letting your arms come down. If there's a wall nearby, feel free to lean against it. Let the neck relax and release. When your mind wanders, return to the verse or the breath. Three more breaths here. Noticing the cadence. Perhaps your exhale is even a little longer now. Slowing down and stilling the energy. Slowing down the breath, stilling the mind. letting the energy flow in soft, quiet ways. Being present in the moment. And slowly walk your hands, coming into a standing pose, coming into Tadasana. Feeling the groundedness in your legs, feet, flowing up the legs, opening up the chest. And then come back down to the floor. Perhaps coming down onto your knees first. And coming back, sitting on your heels if you can. If this is uncomfortable, you can return to a easy sitting pose. If you can stay here for a minute, just opening up the chest. Two more breaths there. And slowly roll your neck up and then walk back to seated, letting the neck, the head come back, chin come off the chest. We'll come to our seated pose. I invite you to bring the bottoms of the feet together. Let the knees come out to the sides so that you're looking a little bit like this. So the bottoms of the feet are together. Let these legs release into this pose. This is a Baddha Konasana pose. We often hold a lot of energy, emotion, anxiety, fear, grief in our hips. So often our hips get tight. Sitting in front of a computer also makes our hips tight. So I invite you to, there's a couple different options here. If you have pillows, you might put them underneath your knees to help support. You want to try to release and relax this. Here we can lean forward. Some of you may be able to lean more forward than others. Or, if you'd like, you can come back into a reclining Baddha Konasana. So try those out and then pick one. I'm going to stay in this pose for about 5 minutes. You might notice the legs start to move, maybe even shake a little bit. That's natural. See if you can let the discomfort stay. Let the body release into this. But if it starts to hurt, go ahead and stop. You might find that you sink more deeply into this pose. Try to let this pose help you be a metaphor for releasing, letting go of that which no longer serves you. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know. Be still. Be. Be still. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. 3 more breaths here. I invite you to bring your hands underneath your thighs. Use the hands, more so even than the muscles in your legs. Slowly bring your legs back together. Ever so slowly. Maybe take a couple of breaths. And then let the legs simply stay there. Or maybe it feels better to let the legs be long. And just let the body digest that engagement with the fascia and the muscles. If there's something that your body craves, some kind of movement, go ahead and do that. Maybe you want to let a little of the windshield wipers stretch out the legs, stretch out the hips. And then we'll bring the right knee in, and then the left knee in. Now there's a couple options to this twist. So one option is to bring both knees over to the left and keep the right shoulder down. And you can even look over toward the right. Or you can let the left leg be long and bring the right knee over. You can use the left hand to add a little bit of weight to this and deepen the twist. Go ahead, and if this is not enough of a twist, you can either let the leg be long, the right leg, or you can let both legs be long, or you can have the left knee bent and the right leg long. So go ahead and try out different options, and pick the one that fits you best tonight. And we'll stay in this pose for 3 minutes, and then we'll move to the other side as well. See if you can bring your attention to the breath and find a stillness at the end of the exhale. And lengthen that stillness, being focused and present in the present moment, even for just that moment. Feel free to close your eyes and let this pose restore you. Three more breaths in this pose. And slowly bring your top knee back to center, and then bring the left joint. Staying here for a moment, and then rolling over onto the other side. And you might want to do the same thing you did on this side that you did on the first side, or you might want to change it. Go ahead and experiment with the different options. And then find yourself in a posture that you can release into for another 3 minutes. letting go and releasing the energy stuck in your body, the thought patterns, and your mental fluctuations, and anything that does no longer serve you. Let go. Perhaps letting go of trying to control anything in this time. Knowing that our times are in God's hands. Be still and know that I am God. Three more breaths here. Taking note of the stillness at the end of the exhale. And slowly returning one leg at a time back to the center. Your knees into the chest. And then your legs up. If you have a strap or a towel, perhaps this is a good time to get it. You might bring your legs into the strap and use the strap to hold the legs and let them just hang where they do. You hold on to them or even wrap this around your arm, or if your strap is actually something you can hang on to, and you make a loop. However it works. Try to let your legs completely release and relax, even if you're using your arms to hold your legs. An alternative is if you're near a wall, you can bring your legs up the wall and use the wall to let the legs be against. We'll just stay here for 2 more breaths. And slowly bring the legs toward you, release the strap, roll the ankles, bring the knees into the chest, and let the legs come out long, let the feet flop off to the side, the arms be in the same angle as the feet, as the legs, and let yourself come into a relaxation. let go of all breath control. But I invite you, when the mind wanders, to return to our verse. Be still and know that I am God. We'll be here for about 5 minutes. Let yourself sink into the mat. Let your legs be still. Your glutes sink into the mat. Let your back release in stillness. The arms. Find relaxation. The hands soften. Let the cheeks and jaws release. Maybe your tongue is big in the mouth. Your lips are slightly parted. Relax your eyes and all the muscles around your eyes. Release your eyebrows. And let the temples soften. Relax your whole face and head. I relax to the stillness of God's love. I relax. Feel free to stay in this relaxation posture longer if you'd like. But for the rest of us, start to bring our awareness back into the room. We start to notice the fingers, the toes, making circles with the wrists and the ankles, maybe lifting the arms long overhead and a nice long pendicular stretch. And as you exhale, go ahead and bring your knees into the chest and maybe roll over to the side. When you're ready, push yourself up, come into a seated pose. Notice how the body feels, how the mind is quiet. Returning our awareness to the breath. Be still and know that I am God. Inhaling, bringing the arms up, out and up. And as we exhale, bring our hands together under the heart. Thank you for allowing me to offer this to you for this holy week. May you go forth in the sacredness of this time with this tool to still the mind and know that God is with you. The holy in me sees and honors the holy in me. Namaste.